All right. Well, welcome to your yoga practice, and you're in your comfortable seat already. Let's start with the hands out. And you can even, if you have gallery view and you see all the little boxes, and just take a moment and rest your eyes on each little box, or on me and heart. It's all fine. We'll take all your good vibes. And then lengthen yourself tall. You can close your eyes and just feel the vibrational energy in your hands. If you feel anything there in your palms, and feeling your breath as you inhale, fill your heart. And as you exhale, allow what's in your heart to emanate out, maybe through your hands or through your heart space. And if you need a lot of good energy or loving energy, then just feel that coming right into you from us as a collective. This is what's so powerful when we practice live together. We enter this sacred space of yoga studio and feel this good, positive, loving, non-judgmental energy where you can really drop off any of that, outside persona that we carry when we leave our sanctum. Even, if you're still working, there's a bit of a, work face, and you know what I'm talking about. So to just let all of that go and to be very present to your own experience and to receiving this good energy of those who practice with you. And that no matter what your reason for being here, it's all the same. We want to be well, we want to be loved, we want to be our best version of ourselves for those that we love, those that we come in contact with. And so by dropping whatever it is that, you don't need to bring into the yoga space, releasing those, doubt boxes or fears, anxiety, and to trust in yourself to carry you through for the next hour on your mat and the next, whatever you're going to be off your mat, for all of that. Now feel into your palms once again. Notice if you feel swirling energy. And as you exhale, you can bring these hands together or rest them on your body or over your heart. Whatever would feel nourishing and good and supportive for you right now. Bow your chin a little bit. Smile as a way of relaxing any tension in your face. And then we'll start with mantra. So we'll take the two most powerful words in the English language, I am, and offer yourself your third word. You don't need to overthink it. The first word that shows up is generally the word you need. Let's repeat your mantra to yourself a few times, and as you do that, prepare your breath for Om. So as you inhale, you think the words I am, and as you exhale, you bring out your third word. And just let that seep through you. And soften as you exhale. And we'll open with 3 Oms. So inhale fully. Bow your chin. Bless yourself as you are. Release your hands to your thighs. Lift your chin and open your eyes. All right, let's give this all a nice little rub, however you're sitting. Rub your knees. If you can reach your feet, wherever they are, give them a little love as well. Nice. Okay, and then let Heart go to his mat. And let's start lying on your backs. And you can just put a little support under your head if you like. As you're coming down, bring your block, or if you don't have a block, a folded blanket, just set it beside you. Good. And just bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and take a few breaths here. Just allowing yourself to settle, and then notice your head if you need some higher support under your head. So I'll take the two ends of this blanket I have here, and I'll just roll them underneath until I get a little bit of support right for the back of the head. You can even push that blanket in around your shoulders, your head, to make it very comfortable. Good. And then let your feet really relax. And then just notice your feet, which, how they're touching the earth, if you can feel maybe the arch on the floor, or maybe not. And maybe you can even feel more weight going to the insides of the feet, the outsides of the feet. Just notice for yourself what you feel here. Don't do anything to change your feet, just become aware. And then we're going to start just by lifting the toes, and do it slowly. Feel what happens to your feet as you lift your toes. Just lift the toes up as best as you can. And then we did this in class the other night on, what day was that, Thursday? So take your inner ankles and press them to the outer ankles, and see what you feel in your feet, maybe in your legs, maybe even on your sacrum that you're lying on. So the toes are lifted and you're pressing inner ankle to outer ankle. And then be aware of the ball of the feet, like where your foot, toes end, and then underneath where the ball of the foot is. Anchor the big toe ball of the foot and notice what happens. Okay, so I'll say it again. Toes are lifted, inner ankle, outer ankle, you're working, I know. And then press the ball of the big toe down. And just notice what you feel. If you feel your hips lifting a little bit, notice. And then very slowly let that go. So slow, like just start to release all that effort. And just notice, take a breath here. So I can already feel vibrational energy in my legs, in my tummy. And then just do that again, really slowly. Start to lift your toes. Notice what shifts, inner ankle to outer ankle. Notice. And then press, I'm going to say now, all parts of your foot that are touching the floor. So the heel, the insides, inner heel, outer heel, inner ball of the foot, and the baby toe ball of the foot. Push everything down. Inner ankle, outer ankle, toes lifted. Really feel how much effort, and you might feel even muscles starting to kick in. And then slowly start to let all of that go. Okay, now heel toe your feet a little wider. Pigeon toe, drop your knees in towards each other and just do nothing. Just breathe. Okay, and we're going to do that again. So the knees are going to come apart, but you're going to start just by lifting the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle, and then the knees might come apart here. Anchor all parts of your foot down. Push the floor down and away with parts of your feet that are touching. And notice what happens. If your knees are coming apart, that's fine. Breathe here. So much effort in the feet. And then slowly let it go. And you'll notice if your tailbone was lifting, low back was lifting, come back to that basic resting pose. Knees together, do nothing. Good. Okay. Now open your arms out to the sides, and I'm going to have my palms up, but you can turn them down. Okay. We're going to separate the knees, but don't just pull them apart. Lift your toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Press all parts of the feet down, and now keep your awareness in the inseam of your feet, inner heel, big toe mound, and pull. Let the knees come apart. Take them apart, and notice what happens and how much more you feel on the outer edge of your feet, hopefully. Okay, good. Breathe here. Now press the feet with the toes lifted, push down and away. Let your tailbone lift and keep going up with your hips. Just lift up to a place that, keep the feet still really engaged. And then exhale, slowly lower down. And all the way to releasing the feet, coming back to the basic resting pose. And then just breathe. Now we're going to do that 2 more times. And so it's really slow. You need to change the length, the distance between your feet. Do that. Start to lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Press the feet down and away. Start to lift your hips. And really keep the awareness on the feet. Pushing down into the earth, toes lifted, inner ankle, outer ankle. Lift your hips as high as feels comfortable, and then slowly release. And just feel everything as you come back down. Okay, notice if new muscles are they're not new, if you're becoming reacquainted. Okay, 1 more time. So just feel toes lifted, inner ankle to outer ankle, what that does to your feet. Anchor down, knees will come apart a little bit or a lot, and then lift your hips through the effort of your feet. So you're pushing the feet down and away. And then slowly again, lower down and go slow. I'm almost like pulling the feet as if the soles of the feet are lifting up, but they're anchored to the floor. It's just an effort of lifting, even as they're anchored. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. And then drop in. Okay. Take a big breath. Breathe out. Good. Lift your toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Take the knees apart, and now we're going to windshield wiper. And so you're just dropping the knees side to side. I have my toes still lifted, and I'm very aware of my feet as they come down and rolling to the inner edge, outer edge of the feet. Good. Okay, we'll just do maybe an equal number on each side. So whatever side you dropped off to first, finish off the opposite side, and then come back. And heel toe your feet together. They don't have to touch, about hip distance apart. Grab your block. Good. Let's start by putting the block underneath the sacrum, and you can go any height you like. Just take a few moments here. Just feel. And then once you kind of have, found your place, so I'll just say this every time, but the block is low. It's not on your spine or up, it's like you should feel bone resting on it. And then just start to rock your knees side to side. It doesn't need to be big. It probably might, just a little bit, enough so you can feel the hip crease right at the front. Get a little bit of a stretch, unless you don't have hip crease stuff, and then you don't feel it. I also am getting some back cracks here, which I really like. Good. Okay, and then come to your center. Good. Okay, I'm gonna bring the right knee into the chest, so I'll heel toe the left foot into center a little bit. Bring the right knee in. If you can grab it, great. If you can't, it's fine. Just flex the foot. And then start to stretch your left leg long, and the heel will go on the floor. If that's not happy for you, just rebend it. Okay. So just start here with the hands interlaced or not. Activate your right foot. So pull the toes up, inner ankle to outer ankle, big toe mound or the ball of the big toe, press it forward, And now pigeon toe your right foot a little bit, like as if you can move the heel out and the toes in. Now press out through your left foot. So do your best to find all of that with the left foot as best as you can. Breathe. Smile. Okay, I know the integrity of the feet, you're going to lose it. Find it again as best as you can. Pigeon toe that right foot. You might even try and, bring the left toes in a little bit. And then release. I'm going to take my arms over my head. And then I'll change legs. So I'll bring the left leg in, right leg out. But if that's too, bouncy or doesn't feel good, you modify. You take your hands, if you can grab hold of your left knee, opposite interlace. Be there for a moment. Extend through the right leg as best as you can. You can always put your block lower or ditch the block. Put a blanket underneath. Okay, now come to the integrity of the left foot. So you lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Big toe, ball of the foot presses forward. And then I'm going to try and pigeon toe his foot slightly. And now you bring that same integrity into the right. So I lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle, big toe ball of the foot pushes forward. Breathe. And if you're really feeling something, then isn't that interesting? Good. And then release. And I'm going to set the left foot on the floor, bend the right leg, lift your hips, take your block out, set it aside. Let your hips come all the way down. Take a moment and feel, such good grounding. Okay, windshield wiper a few times just to open your back. Good. And then from here, I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. So if you can always put your feet against the wall if the knees don't come in happy. And then just, move your knees in and out, side to side. Good. Nice. And then just settling in, whatever that is for you. Maybe your knees go out. Maybe you can bring the knees together. I'm going to add the feet here. Same thing. So I flex the feet, pull the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Push the ball of the big foot, the ball of the big toe forward. Good. And now I'm going to take my inner knee, push it to the outer knee. I'm going to move my hands to the sides of the shins. And I just have the palms on the sides of the shins. I'm going to push the inner knee to the outer knee. And breathe, inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee, push the shins in towards each other, smile, and then soften and let that be. You can let your feet come down and just pause. Good. Okay. All right, we're going to do a twist. So I'll bring the knees back into the chest, arms out to the sides, maybe palms down or palms up. Find the integrity in your feet. So flex your feet, flex your toes, inner ankle, outer ankle. You know all this. Now draw your belly in, inhale. And as you exhale, take these knees over to the right. If you need to put a prop underneath, or you can put that block between your knees. If your knees don't stay together, just add a block. And then just breathe here. You're going to deepen the twist by bending the right forearm so the elbow's on the floor. Anchor the forearm, elbow down, lift the right shoulder, right side of your chest, and spin that side more to the left. Then turn your head to the left. You can take that right arm back out or rest it on your heart, your belly, your thigh. And breathe. Okay, soften through your left side, your jaw. And then we're going to add the feet. So you're going to flex the feet, lift the toes, inner ankle, outer ankle, press the ball of the foot forward. Yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna add the knees for myself. I have a block here, but I'm still gonna push inner knee to outer knee. Then I can maybe take this top hip, the left hip, more forward, as if it's moving more to the right. Through the integrity of my feet, I can access more. And then slowly let all that effort go. And just feel how you drop in. Okay, if you have something between your knees, you're going to keep it there. We're going to lift the knees up. So we might put the palms down. I find the integrity in the feet. Draw the belly in. Squeeze the knees together if you're bringing your block with you. I am just for, feels nice. Okay, and then exhale and drop this package over to the left. Make it what you need. So prop up, drop in, breathe. Allow yourself to soften, the breath to move. And then we'll bend the left forearm, elbow on the floor. You anchor down, lift your left shoulder, spin your chest more to the right. Then left hand can drop onto your body, your thigh, or back out. Turn your head to the right and breathe. Just feel your breath filling up through the right side of your lungs. Soften through your right side, through your jaw, through the right side of your waist. And then find the integrity in your feet. Flex the feet, lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle. Push the ball of the foot forward. And then I feel, it opens. I can take this top hip and move that right hip more to the left. Okay. Breathe. And then slowly let all that effort go. Okay, I'm not going to come back up to center. I'm going to take the right arm all the way over and lie on the left side. Take a moment here. Good. Okay. And now take your top leg, your right leg, and hop it back. So it might even go past your foot. Just take it back. Good. And then roll your chest to the floor and come up. I'm just going to turn myself. Good. So you have your right leg back and you come up. Now once you're up, so I'll just give you a moment. I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to grab hold of this right foot. I'm going to turn it and get more on top of the foot. If this isn't happy for you, take your blanket, your block, and pop it underneath your left hip. And then you get a little bit of more lift if that isn't a happy place for you to be here. Okay. Take your time. The next thing I'm going to do to make this happier is put my left hand on the floor, lift the right hip. I put my right hand into the back of the calf, and I'm going to roll that calf out as I come back. So I've just kind of moved it out. So you have the right foot pushing back, and you're here. Maybe you're sitting on your blanket. Good. Okay. So I'm going to open my heart, and put the left foot on the floor. Again, move your blanket underneath your hip more. Now I'm going to just turn to the side. So here we are. I'm going to take my hands behind, and I just want you to find a stretch here in the front of your right thigh. So you're going to walk your hands back. Okay, once I come back, I'm going to lift my hips up, pull the tail forward, and then come back down. And that should give you more stretch here. You might come all the way down. If you can lie down here, this is how far I have to go to feel a stretch. If you don't have to go this far to feel it, kudos. Like, how great is that? Because, so just be where you are. Okay, I'm going to add more stretch in the front of this quad by just drawing my belly in and up. Good, now my left foot's on the floor. Guess what we're going to do with that? I'm going to lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle, ground the foot, and push down and forward. Now, the top of my right foot, I'm going to press into the floor. Take one more breath. Okay, and then you'll come back up, put the left foot down, lean to the left, sweep your right leg out, and just take it forward. So you end up here. And then you can sit on something, put something underneath. Good. Sit up tall. Look at your right foot. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna flex it. You're gonna pull the toes. Maybe you spread your toes. Inner ankle to outer ankle, push the ball of the foot forward. And then I'm gonna do the same as best as I can with my left foot. So my legs are doing the work of the feet. The feet are engaged. Breathe. Good. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep this integrity in my foot as I fold forward. So I'll take the left arm up. And then exhale and just come forward. Again, you're just looking to find that stretch underneath the legs. So you can take both hands forward or keep that right arm back. Take the left hand over if that's there for you. Okay, remind yourself, find integrity in your foot. Now I'm gonna add, so I'm doing inner ankle to outer ankle. This right leg, I'm gonna do inner knee to outer knee. Okay, now we're not gonna forget the left leg. The left, imagine your knee, your thigh are pushing more to the left. That's gonna turn you a little bit more to the right. And then breathe. You can drop your head if that's there, but don't forget the foot. I'll say it all again. Flex the foot, pull the toes, spread them if you can. Inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee. And then press that left thigh, knee, everything away from you. So as if it's moving more to the left. Okay, stay here, one more breath. We're not coming out. I want you to slowly release all that effort. And notice as you release that effort, maybe you drop more into it. Maybe not. Notice what's changed. Good. Let's give my knee a little kiss here. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna come up. Before we come up, find the integrity in your right leg. So the foot, inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee. Now I'm gonna extend this left arm, whether it's on the floor, whatever it is. Reach straight forward all the way up. Take it all the way behind you. Keep looking at that left arm as it just traces the line until that hand touches the floor, over to the left. Take your right arm straight up to the sky. Yes, okay, plant your left hand, we're coming up. So I'm just gonna go, lift my hips, come onto the left shin, open, ground your right foot. And then now as we come down, as you lower your hips, take this right hand over to the left, reach, come down. The right hand comes onto the outside of the left thigh, and we move into twist. Let's turn. Okay, find the integrity in your feet. And whatever that is here, feel into your feet. Don't let them go to sleep. Take your chest back a little bit if you can. Good. One more breath. And then release. Come all the way. I've just released both arms out. I'm going to stretch the legs out. Move your feet. Love the way my feet look here. So cute. And then we're going to go second side. So we'll take both hands over to the right. Lift your left hip. Bend your feet back. Okay, now you come up. We're going to first point that left foot back. Then you go, ow, this is very crunchy. So make it less crunchy. Put a blanket underneath your right hip if you need it. And then I'm going to come back over to the right to put my left hand into that calf and move the calf muscle out as I come back. Yes. Okay, so be here for a moment. Feel. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn. So I'm going to take both hands behind and put the right foot flat. You see how this is for you. Okay, now I lift the hips, I pull the tailbone forward, come back, so I end up more on the sacrum. And that, is going to give you more stretch. Maybe you come down onto your elbows or all the way down. Lift your belly. And once you're in that place where you feel it, open your heart, shoulders back too. Now I'm going to activate the left foot. So I lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle, press the big toe ball of the foot down, and then push the foot down and away. And then I push the left foot, top of the left foot down. Draw the belly in, breathe. And take one more breath. And then slowly release all your effort. Before you come up, just release all the effort. And then walk yourself up. Okay, and then from here, we'll drop this leg down, just lean over, sweep this left leg out. And then just come into your tree pose version here. Sit up on your blanket underneath both hips if you need it. I'm gonna take my hands behind, and then we're just gonna start with the left foot. So I flex it, pull the toes, maybe spread them. Inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Okay, and then I activate the right foot. Lift up tall, left hand on the floor, take your right arm and reach. And then as you exhale, take it forward, just looking for that stretch underneath the leg. And put both hands wherever you need to, or keep them back, or even this right hand can cross over. I'm not gonna lose the integrity of my foot. So as best as I can, I'm gonna find it. And then once I find that, I'm gonna take this right thigh, knee, shin, everything pushing to the right. And then breathe, close your eyes, smile. Keep reminding yourself to bring that integrity into your foot. Into even the inner left knee pushing to the outer left knee. Inner thigh, or inner, heel to the outer heel. Good. Okay, right heel pushing against the inseam of the left leg. All of these things. Find as much integrity in your feet, your legs. Take one more breath as you are with all of that effort. And then slowly let all that effort go. And notice what happens for you when you do that. Okay, so we're gonna come up. So I start by first setting my feet, inner ankle, outer ankle, right leg working, left hand comes down, extend that right arm and reach. And then keep watching it as it comes all the way down, goes behind you, watch it, watch it, watch it till you touch the floor. Flatten your right hand, take the left arm up. And then just be here for a moment. No, you're gonna come up, you're gonna end up on this front shin. And just lift up. You'll be on the top of the right foot, maybe the sole of the left foot is down. Push the left foot down and away, or if you're just on the heel, push it down and away. And then exhale and come down. But as you come down, left hand reaches for the right, because we're coming for twist. You grab hold of your right knee, walk the left hand behind and turn. Now I'm working my feet as best as I can. Inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Turn. Maybe your chest can lean back a little bit. Notice if your left hip is lifting. See if you can drop it. Good. And then release. Just gonna take my hands off, come all the way around. Good. Okay, extend your legs, move your little feet. Okay, I'm gonna take you all the way to standing, and we're gonna do it from reverse tabletop. So you can move yourself back onto your mat. So we're gonna come up to reverse tabletop, make it into a squat, and then all the way up to a forward fold. So no surprises. But you're gonna feel your feet. So start here, wherever you are, lift your toes, maybe you can spread them. Inner ankle to outer ankle, press the ball of the big toe down. Arch your back, inhale. Exhale, and then start to lift yourself up. Good, I'm gonna just rock front to back here on my feet, just to get some shoulder flossing in for this plane of the shoulders. Good. And now I'm gonna walk my hands forward, bring myself to squat, hands over. And now I'm here in this little squat. I'm gonna open one knee out at a time. So my heels are lifting here. You do whatever you need to do. Oh, I love it. Like this, it should all be different. Good. Okay. And then we'll bring it to center. Lift your hips, come into your version of forward fold. You have a block if you need it or not. Just drop in and put your legs as wide as you need. Okay, let's just bend and straighten one knee at a time, just to kind of move. And as you do this, now look at your feet. So as you bend a knee, does your arch collapse? Do you move more to the inseam of your foot? Okay, the arch is not meant to bear weight. So come back into whatever your version is, knees bent or legs straight, hands on block, hands on whatever, and start to bring all that integrity into your feet here. So you lift the toes, maybe you spread them, inner ankle to outer ankle, big toe mound presses down, inner heel pushes down. Now widen your inner knees to the outer knees. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to come all the way up, but by pressing the feet down. So let's bend the knees. Feel your feet anchor, send your hips back. Open your arms out to the side and come all the way up. So my toes are still lifting, palms touching overhead, and then exhale, bring your hands down in front of your heart. Feel your feet, all of that here. So the toes are lifting, spreading, inner ankle, outer knee, outer knee. Good. And then slowly let your feet relax and notice what happens to your structure. Notice if your weight shifts forward, your knees come together, you can even look and see are your arches collapsing. And all of that is going to affect how we carry ourselves. So, even here before we move on, lift the toes, find all of that, inner ankle to outer ankle. So you have more weight supported on the bones. Inner knee to outer knee. Anchor the inseam of your foot. Lift your belly. Add your legs. This is Superstore Asana. Anytime you're waiting in line. Take a breath. Now I'm going to keep my feet with this much integrity as you release your arms down. Inhale, sweep up, push the feet down as you reach. Open your hands. Now as you exhale, bend your knees, stick your butt back, come down. I'm going so slow. Still have all that happening with my feet. Hands to the earth. Bow down. Let your feet go. As you inhale, you take the weight forward, lift your chin and your heart. Activate your feet, quick as you can, all that stuff. Exhale, fold, release the feet. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your feet. Last one. Exhale. Take your hands to a place where you can move into downward dog. So maybe you're going to jump your feet back just for fun. And then drop in your downward dog. I'm going to pigeon toe my feet. I'm turning the heels out, toes in. Now I'm going to lift the toes. Press inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Press the heels of the hands down and forward. Good. Okay, from here, shift your weight forward a little bit. I'm going to take the feet, jump them together, just for fun. I'm going to hop that right foot forward. So not hop, I'm going to step the right foot forward. So I bend the knees, kind of power off the back of the feet and step the right foot forward. If that doesn't work for you, you do however you need to be here. Okay, keep the left hand on the floor, take the right arm and reach it up. Push out through your left heel, even turn the heel out, toes in a little bit. Good, and then exhale and release. I'm going to take that right foot back. Left foot's coming forward. So if you need to put the knee down or whatever you need to do, honor your path. Then you're here, right hand stays down, but it's about the right heel. I'm really pushing the right heel back, and I'm going to turn the right heel out a little bit. Reach that right arm up if you haven't. Breathe and release. Step back, downward dog. Good. Yes. Take your knees down to the floor and rest in your child's pose. However this is. Breathe. And this is one of those poses, sometimes it's not comfortable if you have knee stuff or hip stuff or foot stuff. But think about this shape, how healing and opening it is. Breathe. Good. Okay, take one more breath. And I'm going to come back or come up to hands and knees. Just adjust from hands and knees. I'm going to keep my knees together, turn the feet out, tuck the toes under. Now you're going to press the heels back to lift yourself up to this wide-legged downward facing dog. And from doing this, you know, I can see my feet are pigeon-toed, hearts are pigeon-toed. Now find your foot. So lift the toes, inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Heels of the hands push down and away. And when I do that, I can even get longer through my spine. I really anchor the feet. Good, shift your weight forward. Jump your feet together. Yay. Okay, right foot's coming between the hands. So that means left knee down and then forward. Do what you have to do. Come into your lunge. Press out through the back heel. This time we're going to reverse this. So the right hand is going to stay on the floor. The left foot pivots so it's flat. And then I reach this left arm up. Okay, now I have both, the right knee is bent. I'm going to look at the right foot. Find the integrity in your right foot. And then start to straighten your right leg. And you might need to pop up on your block. That's totally fine. Lean the weight back into towards the right. Yes. Good. Okay, let's come up. So look down at your right foot, bend the right knee, and then bring yourself all the way up to your warrior two. Now warrior two, push that right knee out to the right. Find the integrity in your right foot. Breathe. And then we'll come all the way up, maybe reach your arms up, turn your right foot, and pigeon toe your right foot. So the heel out, turn your left foot forward. Let's start in warrior two. So I'm going to add the integrity into the left foot. Lift the toes, anchor, inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee. Bend your knee. Now it's about the right leg. Add the foot. I say leg, but add the foot. Good. And now just reach more to the left. You can put the right hand on your hip. Take the left hand down to the floor, maybe to a block. Look at your left foot. Find your integrity. Open the left knee more to the left. And then straighten your leg. Okay, notice if your chest is down, see if you can lift the right shoulder and the right arm. Now I'm just working my feet like crazy. Inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee, belly in. Breathe. And we're going to come all the way back down here. So you know you're facing the opposite way. Both hands to the floor. Take the left foot all the way to the back. Downward dog. Find your feet. Shift forward into your plank. Knees on the floor, knees lifted. Might wiggle your feet back. Okay, push the heels back. Inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Belly in, push the heels of the hands down. And then lower all the way down onto your belly. I'm just gonna turn. Good. Okay, breathe here. Good. Okay. Take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, lift your head. Stretch your legs long, tops of the feet to the floor. Take your hands off your mat, maybe even out to the side. Pop up on the pads of your fingers. Lift your shoulders up and back, and then push the hands down and away through the pads of the fingers. Rise up. If it's too much for your back, make your legs wider. Breathe. Take your belly in. And exhale, slowly lower down. Good. Keep your hands where they are. Just rock yourself side to side. And bring your legs right together. Let's bend the left leg. Circle the ankle. My shoulders are drawing down my back. Good. Rotate the other way. Now flatten your right palm. Lean a little bit to the right. Take your left hand back. See if you can grab hold of your foot. Okay, press the foot into the hand. Flex the toes. Breathe. Good. And then release. Come back. Take a breath. Shoulders down your back. Bend the right leg and circle. If it's too much to be up here, just drop down. This is like a little bit of extra spine movement. And then reverse. Circle that right ankle the opposite way. And then we're going to flatten the left palm. Take the right hand back. If you can't reach your foot, just reach for it. You've got the foot. You push it into the hand. Flex the toes. Breathe. Release. Let's come all the way down for a moment. Breathe. Good. One more breath. Good. Okay, take your left arm out to the side and look at it. And we're just going to claw the floor, get longer. Then look at your right hand, take it out to the side like we just had it a moment ago. Same thing. Then flatten it. Okay, you're going to roll onto your left side. Take that right leg behind you. If you need something for underneath your head here, block or blanket, put it in. Otherwise, head can be on the floor. Now I'm going to take my right hand back, see if I can grab hold of my right foot. If I can, groovy, you can just feel that. If you can't, that's okay, just reach. If you can move on to the big toe edge. Now I'm going to anchor my left leg, flex the foot, find all that power in my left foot. Then I push the right foot into the hand. That's a lot, I know. Release. However you went there is awesome. Pause and breathe. Let it go. Put your head down, smile. Feel whatever you did, whether you went to the full peak of the pose, doesn't matter. You're going to feel something. Okay, now take your right arm out, look at it, claw the floor, get longer. Put your left hand where we had it before, and then flatten the palm, roll onto your right side. Okay, now you stay here. We'll take that, or you take the left foot back. Now maybe I take the left hand, grab the foot. I can find the big toe edge. I'm going to push in, and then I push. Okay, oh, don't forget to find the integrity in your right leg. That's how you're going to balance in the right foot. Inner ankle to outer ankle, inner knee to outer knee. Press the ball of the big toe mound forward, and then release, and come down and rest. And feel. Okay, Dhanurasana. Actually, we'll do locust first. So I'm going to take my head down to the floor, forehead down to the floor, arms by your side, but the palms are facing the body and the arms are lifted off the floor. Okay, now I find the integrity in my feet here. Even as they are, I'm pushing the tops of the foot down, flexing the toes, inner ankle, inner knee, outer knee. Reach your arms back and lift your head and your chest. Breathe. You maybe lift your legs up off the floor, but find the integrity in your feet. Okay, maybe you bend your knees here, grab your feet, and press back and lift up. Or not. You could still be in the locust breathing or releasing, all fine. And then let it go and rest. Just really do nothing here for 3 breaths, at least. Just really feeling all of that. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to child's pose and we're going to do the rollover. So I'll open the legs nice and wide, bend at the knees, big toes touch. Maybe you rub your feet together for good luck. And then take your hands maybe past or in line with your ribs. Okay, I'm going to find the integrity in my feet. As soon as I do that, knees push down, my tush is going to lift. Lift the shoulders, draw the belly in, push your hands down, come up. Roll over your knees. Find your child's pose. Okay? Because we did all this back stuff, I'm going to bring my knees right together. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine. And then drop in to wherever your child's pose is. Maybe you extend your arms nice and long. You can claw the floor. Let your face relax, your head go, in your breath. Okay. Even in your child's pose, can you bring your feet in some way? And notice what's going to happen when you start to bring the feet in to this pose. The ankles in. And if you're using your feet right now, doing your best to bring in all of those little things, now slowly let it go and notice what happens. Okay. I'm going to come up to hands and knees and keep my knees together. Open the feet out, toes down. This time I'm just going to walk the hands back, lift up and over into squat. Okay. So however your squat is, you make it your own. This is such an important pose, but if our feet are collapsing, then our knees aren't getting any of the benefit. So however you are here, you can look at your feet, see if you're on your inner arches. You move the inner ankle, outer ankle, add the toes, anchor the ball of the big toe, and then I use my elbows to push the knees out as the knees come back in. I'm pushing and pulling. And my feet are working, and even though it looks like I'm like, oh, it's so easy for Joe, my legs are working. Breathe. Okay, and then I'm gonna drop all the way down to sitting. So then you reach, tuck in, so you counterbalance, and come down. And then just give your feet some love here if you can. Rub the soles of the feet, the heels. Notice if your heels feel rough, mine do. So guess what I'll be doing today? For 6 hours in the car, just oiling my feet. I should say also, I pack a whole bunch of tennis balls and I'll be sitting on them, the drive and all of that. Okay, so we're gonna move onto your back again. Get yourself set up for Shavasana. Bring your block. I'm gonna give you a little upside down before we drop in. So you can cover yourself now or maybe not yet. That's fine. I'll put my blanket down. And then once you get down, make your head happy. So when I lie down on the blanket, I have the tops of my shoulders on the blanket, my head's on the blanket, and then I'll grab the outer edges of the blanket, roll them in. Just remind you every time. And I just kind of smush the blanket in so I feel like I'm getting a little blanket hug. Okay, feel what you've got. If you have your block, just put it on your tummy and let it just sit there for a moment. Okay, I'm going to heel toe the feet. I'm just going to come back to a little gentle windshield wiper without dropping the block, so it might not be major. Good. And then you can come to center, bring your feet into a comfortable distance, lift your hips. So I'm going to go highest height, so I lift the heels up, lift the hips as high as I can. If you can go here, great. If not, great. And then just drop in. Okay, I say drop in, but I'm going to add, I do this like without even thinking. Lift the toes, inner ankle, outer knee, outer knee, and then I anchor the feet. The big toe, ball of the foot, really pressing down. And then you can slowly let that go and just notice what changes. Okay, so all these little things, my friends, these are, tools that are now in your toolbox. So even when you're sitting at your desk, you add in all that foot stuff. You're going to strengthen your inner knees. Even, just moving inner ankle to outer ankle is such good work. So, work your magic. But here now, just start to really let everything go. And I'm just going to walk my feet apart a little bit more so I can do less. Drop your heart, your third eye. Okay, and then if you want to play on your block a little bit, you want to lift your legs up. You might even take your hands and hold the block so you know it's not going to go anywhere. So if you like to lift your legs up here, I always love to look at my feet in the air, and guess what I do? All that stuff is happening. And then you might even open your legs out nice and wide. Keep that integrity in your feet as much as you can. I'm going to try and pigeon toe my feet a little bit. I'm just sharing with you, but you do whatever works. And then lift up. Oh, it's so hard to stop. And extend one leg out, keep one leg lifted, and switch. Now you could be moving into your Shavasana now, or work your feet. Good, okay. And then I'm gonna lower my feet down to the earth, take a full breath in and out, and then I'll release the block. But you take your time, enjoy whatever it is you're doing. Settling in to your rest. I'm just grabbing a bolster, put underneath my knees. Okay, so in Shavasana, I often say just let your legs flop. But if you can even, lift one leg up at a time and kind of pigeon toe that leg, that foot, the other one, and then let them rest, then they might not flop out all the way they normally do. So when I do that, I can end up with my toes upright. Yeah, just double checking. Whatever works. And then really, I'm just going to stop talking and we'll let this Shavasana wash through us. Great conscious connection to your rest. Soften through your third eye, your throat, your heart, your belly, your pelvic floor, your legs, your arms. Connect to the flow of your breath and your rest. And choosing to stay in your Shavasana for longer. And if you're ready to come out, just starting to bring that integrity into your feet, maybe rolling your ankles. You could add your wrists if you like. And then find all of that in your feet again. You might even open your hands really wide, wiggle your fingers. And then extending your legs through the feet and your arms out through your hands. The arms might come over your head as you just kind of stretch yourself. Pigeon toe your feet a little bit. And then as you're ready, just continue on from there, maybe bending the knees. And if you'd like to hug your knees into your chest, and kind of massage your back a little bit, rock side to side or circle, then do that. As you feel ready to roll onto your right side, you're going to take the right arm up and alongside the ear, roll over onto the right side, and the right arm is there to receive the head. And you can drop in 2 or 3 breaths here. Press yourself up when you're ready. Just meet and seated whenever you get here. And take your time in your comfortable seat. You might have your left hand just resting on the left thigh, palm up, and just touch the thumb pad to the index finger, middle finger pad. Take your right hand and lay it over your heart and bow your chin. In this position, you just honor all that is in your heart, which is so much more than what's in your head. And coming back to the mantra you gifted yourself, the first 2 words, I am. And perhaps you need a different word for your third word, or the same one works. And let's share my mantra, I am ready. And releasing the mudra in the left hand and bringing it up to rest over the back of the right at your heart. Just reminding yourself you have this great support within you and all around you, and that you are deeply loved. And as you inhale, lengthen, lift your chin, and keep your eyes closed. Exhale as you are. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra, and we'll seal that with an Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy, and may we be happy. And before we move into our Om, I just want to say, it's your May We Be Blessed mantra. That's your mantra. You can change it to I when you need it. Repeat it to yourself as you need it. It's just a reminder. We'll seal that with an Om. Inhale. Bow your chin, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a full inhale. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin. And offer it out. Namaste, guys. Good. So with love in my heart and So we'll be back here on Thursday night together. I think that's the night of the new moon. So wear something black. And the other thing I wanted to say, I didn't do this. I do this constantly, fingers in the toes. And this is another thing I'll be doing in the car quite a bit. So, I gift this to you too. If you're having some knee stuff or foot stuff, spread your toes, spread your toes, spread your toes. So that's your other mantra. Anyway, thank you guys for being here and for playing yoga. Have a great rest of your sunny Sunday. Hopefully it'll be sunny. Bye guys.